The first thing you'll notice about diesel watches is the amount of detail that we pack into them. The Mr. Daddy series is the maximum expression of the brand, and the level of detail and intricacy is unparalleled, and it really is inspired by the gauges and instrumentation on aviation panels. A lot of detail, a lot of different information, which translates onto the dials of the Daddy series. The Chief series is a perfect example of the design tying back to the military DNA of the brand. For example, the dial is very inspired by jet gauges, and the crown guard is inspired by the shape of a stealth fighter. Roll cage, as the name implies, is really inspired by the tubing and the framing, the protective framing around a bike. This frame that really protects the engine and is the structure for the bike, and which you can directly see on the design of the lugs. When I was designing Machinus, I was really thinking about the idea of a machine. And you can see this really on the gear-shaped top ring and the intricacy of the dial, and you have a lot of moving parts, which really gives the idea of something complex but powerful. Nuki perfectly represents the badass side of the diesel woman. The studs on the side of the case and the faceting on the lugs really represent the rock and roll attitude that inspired this watch. The biker DNA of the brand is perfectly expressed in Ironside, where we took design cues from the cafe racers of the 50s and 60s and really tried to work those details into the design of the case. For example, the pusher and crown construction are directly influenced by the brake levers and the steering column of a motorcycle.